our director.
Is there no limit?
He got such horrendous reviews.
Is there no limit, I ask you, to my unbridled brilliance?
Chris, where the hell were you tonight? I've sunk a lot of money into this show. As our director, you...
Oh, be still your foolish mouth. Nothing to be gleaned by watching one show with the fraudulent audience of an opening night. Went for a walk. Past the Cathedral of the Holy Cross. Went in. Wildly spiritual, I tell you. Those Catholics know how to put on a show. And then, right there in the middle of the Eucharist, I had an epiphany. At this stage in life of any musical, one should refrain from inventing anything brilliant, but simply eliminate all that's god-awful. What, I ask, without fear of contradiction, was the most god-awful thing in our show? Jessica, of course. Come, I came back here to convince you to get rid of our star, only to have the cast inform me that she's in the hospital. I see the hand of the Lord in this. Defeatist, the lot of you. You've yet to hear my plan of action, but hear it ye shall. Johnny, come help me watch you move the piano.
Chris, do you want to say something to the company about Jessica?
Well, shall we observe a minute of silence? To match the audience's response to Jessica's first number.
Chris!
Oh, all right.
I'm afraid I won't see you again. If I come back and you're not here, it's so lonely in this town. I'll stay. I won't let them take you away.
Listen to me, Katie. Do what I tell you. Go get that gun and come back. Maybe they won't come tonight. Maybe they won't come at all. I'll hide the gun, and then when they let me out, you can put it back where you found it. And then go away. Now hurry.
All right. I want to tell you something.
Okay?
If you're not here when I come back, well, I'll have a gun. I don't know what to do with it.
You know how to handle a gun?
I know how.
Don't be a fool. Don't be a fool, see? Here's some money. $80. Take it and go to San Francisco. Look around and find somebody. Find somebody alive and halfway human, see? Promise me, if I'm not here when you come back, you'll just throw away the gun and go to San Francisco. Look around and find somebody.
I don't want to find anybody.
Do what I tell you. I'll meet you in San Francisco.
San Francisco?
That's right, San Francisco. That's where you and me belong.
I've always wanted to go someplace like San Francisco. But how could I go alone?
Not alone anymore, see?
Tell me a little. What it's like?
Well, it's on the Pacific to begin with. Ocean all around. Cool fog and seagulls. Ships from all over the world. It's got 7 hills. The little streets run up and down, around and all over. Every night the foghorns bawl. They won't be bawling for you and me.
Are people different in San Francisco?
People are the same everywhere. They're only different when they love somebody. That's the one thing that makes them different. More people in San Francisco love somebody, that's all.
Nobody anywhere can love anybody as much as I love you.
Hearing you say that, a man could die and still be ahead of the game. Okay, now hurry. And don't forget, if I'm not here when you come back, I'll meet you in San Francisco.
And so did I. Well, what was yours? That dreamers often lie.
Better sleep while they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman. Drawn with a team of little atomies athwart men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs. The cover of the wings of grasshoppers. Her traces of the smallest spider's web. Her collars of the moonshine's watery beams. Her whip of cricket bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a round little worm plucked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut made by the joiner squirrel or old grub, time out of mind the fairest coachmakers. And in this state she gallops night by night through lovers' brains, and then they dream of love, or courtiers' knees that dream on curtsy straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, and or ladies' lips who straight on Kisses dream, which oft the angry man with blisters plagues, because their breaths with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometime she gallops o'er a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out his suit. And sometime comes she with a tithe pig's tail, tickling a parson's nose as he lies asleep, and then dreams he of another benefice. Sometime she driveth o'er a soldier's neck, and then dreams he of cutting foreign throats, of breeches, ambuscados, Spanish blades, of helps 5 fathom deep, and then anon drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frighted swears a prayer or two, and sleeps again. This is the very mab that plaits the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf-locks into foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them, and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Peace, Mercutio, peace. Thou talkest of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin of substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind, who woos, even now, the frozen bosom of the north, and, being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind...
Alas, poor Romeo, he is already dead, stabbed with a white wench's black eye, shot through the ear with a love song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the blind bow-boy's butt shaft. And is he a man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than Prince of Cats, I can tell you. Oh, he's the courageous captain of compliments. He fights as you sing prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. Rests me his minimum rest 1, 2, and the third in your bosom, the very butcher of a silk button. A duelist, a gentleman of the very first house, of the first and second calls. Signor Romeo, bonjour. There's a French salutation, you French slop.
Mercutio, thou consortest with Romeo!
Consort? What? Dost thou make us minstrels? And thou make minstrels of us, look to hear nothing but discords. Alice Decanta carries it away. Tybalt, you rat catcher, will you walk?
What wouldst thou have with me?
Good king of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives. That I mean to make bold withal. And as you shall use me hereafter, dry beat the rest of the 8. Will you pluck your sword out of his pilcher by the ears? Make haste, lest mine be about your ears ere it be out.
I am for you. Good Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your passado. I'm hurt. The plague of both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
Without thou hurt?
Aye, aye. A scratch, a scratch. Marry, 'tis enough. Where's my page? Go, villain, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No, 'tis not so deep as a well, nor so wide as a church door. But 'tis enough, 'twill serve. Ask for me tomorrow, and you shall find me a grave man. Oh, I am peppered, I warrant, for this world. A plague of both your houses. Zounds! A dog, a rat, a mouse, a cat, to scratch a man to death? A braggart, a rogue, a villain that fights by the book of arithmetic. Why the devil came you between us? Oh, I was hurt under your arm.
I thought it all for the best.
A plague of both your houses. They have made worms meat of me. I have it, and soundly too. Your houses.